Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Timber, the video game guy's review of Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, created and produced by Treyarch and Activision. Nazi Zombies is a survival type of game where you'll find yourself surviving waves and waves of bloodthirsty and brain-hungry zombies that will do whatever it takes to make you a nice fleshy meal for them. When playing this, you'll notice there's no health bar, only the fact that once you get hit twice within a few seconds, you'll end up going down, so you'll want to be on your toes at all times. You'll find yourself doing whatever it takes to keep on going, such as boarding up windows, acquiring new weapons, activating traps, and other means of strategy that will help you succeed. As the rounds get higher and higher, the zombitches will start coming in bigger and bigger waves and end up taking more damage and being bigger pains in the asses to kill. This is why it's always a good idea to strategize in what you do and constantly be on the move and never stay in one place like a sitting duck.
We're completely surrounded! We're completely fucked!
As you are playing Nazi Zombies, you'll notice one of the biggest parts of the game are the points, which act kind of like money because you will be using them to do a various amount of things, such as purchasing new weapons, using them to open doors and remove debris for new paths, buying new Perca-Colas, gambling for new weapons, and so much more. There are many different ways to acquire points, and to name a few as an example, you can either board windows for 10 points of plank, shoot the zombies for also 10 points a bullet, pop some heads for 100 points, or knife them for 130 points a kill. I wouldn't advise going too knife crazy for the points in later rounds because you'll just end up being a jackass poking the zombies. So yeah, don't do that. No, just don't. Eventually, when you keep playing and playing, you'll begin to develop new and different ways to get more points easier and faster. It just takes a little bit of zombie test subjects. Don't worry folks, they are more than happy to test new ways out for you, so feel free to have at it. It's always a good idea to be well stocked with points, so that way in case of an emergency like your gun running out of ammo, or you need a quick escape in a teleporter, you'll be able to proceed throughout the rounds worry-free.
They're all over the place! Come on, give them hell!
Amigos, what would an amazing zombie game be without some awesome maps? Well, it just wouldn't be a very good one now, would it? And I gotta say, there's a vast majority of some very unique maps. When starting out on a map, you'll find yourself placed as one of 4 characters. You can either be Dempsey the War Hero, Nikolai the Drunk Russian, Takio the Honorable Soldier, or Richtofen the Insane Doctor. Well, except for when you play the map 5, it'll place you as one of 4 presidents, and on the map Call of the Dead, you will be placed as one of 4 movie celebrities. From a 3-room building to the frickin' moon, you'll be going to all sorts of strange and faraway places ranging from dark and desolate to lively and exotic. Each map has its own unique attributes and tricks at its disposal. For example, one map will have a lunar lander that you will have to call down so you can use it to fly yourself back to the beginning of the map. And then another map will have a teleporter that will bring you to the tippity top of the theater where you can take out a few zombies before it teleports you back. These are a great means of helping out your strategy because they will give you a way to escape the horde for a couple of seconds. Something in common for each map are the soda machines called Perca-Cola machines, which upon purchasing a Perca-Cola, they will give you all sorts of random effects based on the cola. Like when you drink Speed Cola, it gives you the ability to reload faster. When you drink Juggernog, you'll be able to take more than 2 hits. And Double Tap, which allows you to fire faster. That's just a few, but there are a lot more machines. The coup de grace machines in Nazi Zombies is a big old machine called Pack-a-Punch. What does this machine do, and why is it the numero uno of machines in this game, you ask? Well, I'll tell you, my awesome viewers. Pack-a-Punch is a machine where usually you will have to do a certain amount of tasks before getting to it, and when you do have access to it, it will upgrade any weapon of yours for a measly 5,000 points. So remember when I said it was a good idea to be stocked up on points? Well, this should give you a good reason and motive to do so. So when you have yourself a nicely upgraded weapon, you'll notice that your gun will fire differently, have a new name, texture, and be a hell of a lot stronger than it used to be. All these machines sound great, huh? Well, it's not all sunshine and kitty cats yet, as you will need the key element to access these awesome things of awesomeness, and that is power. Once you go and find the power switch, electricity will come surging through the entire map, allowing you to finally gain access to all the awesome machines and other power-needed items. Watch out, boys and girls, because here come the zombies! These are the main enemies of the game, which you will see at every twist and turn. When facing these guys, you'll notice they will be doing all sorts of different things, like doing a slow walk, running, sprinting, marching, and other forms of motion, which are all very zombie-like. These guys will come from every window, hole in the wall, ground, or the ceiling above you, so it's always a good idea to keep your eyes peeled to what's going on around you. Usually when it comes down to the last slack jaw of the round, you'll notice it will go from whatever stance it's in to a running state. So you want to be careful of these guys, because they can always catch you off guard. So in that case, speaking of another form of strategy, when you are down to the last one, if you can manage to land a grenade at its feet, you can make it a crawler, and that will give you enough time to get some preparation time in before the next round starts. The term crawler refers to a zombie with no legs that has to use its arms and hands to get around, but it can still swipe you, so make sure to watch your ankles. Now you're going to want to defend yourself against these guys, and this game has a lot of weapons to choose from that you'll be using, such as handguns, shotguns, automatics, snipers, explosives, and guns that you just don't quite see out of the ordinary. You'll find the majority of weapons on the walls, but to get the really good stuff, you want to gamble for them. To gamble, you just need to find a wooden box, have 950 points, and hold the use button, and you'll get a random weapon. In your onslaught against zombies, you'll see them drop a floating item that is gold with a green aura, and these are called power-ups. You'll find all sorts of power-ups that do all sorts of neato things. For example, you'll find power-ups that replenish your weapons, give you double points, give you the ability to do one-hit kills, etc, etc. By the way, these only last for 30 seconds, so make sure to get the best out of each power-up you pick up. If you're thinking that there are just plain old zombies in this game, well, you've got another thing coming, bucko. Throughout each of the different maps, you'll deal with special zombies and animals after a certain amount of rounds. The special zombies are very different and unique, and I'll describe them for you guys. You'll be dealing with hellhounds, which appear in flames or torn fur on the maps Shinonuma, Doris, or Uno der Toten at every 5 or 6 rounds in packs. These dogs will come charging at you, so make sure you find yourself a safe place and are crouching so you can hit them easier. When you do put these puppies down, the last one will always drop a max ammo, so be alert. The astronaut on the moon map is the coolest zombie in my opinion, because when playing online with people, it will take the name of one of you or somebody else's usernames from either person's buddy list and put it above this special zombie's head. Don't get too close, because if it does manage to get its hands on you, it will headbutt you, teleport you to a random location, and steal one of your perks. Space monkeys, which appear in the map Ascension, only appear when you have a Perka-Cola, in which case you'll hear them crash lunar landers just to make their way to whatever machine you got a Perka-Cola from and steal it from you. Spider zombies will show up on the map Uno der Toten after you turn on the power. These things will chase after you on all fours and are very speedy, and have the faces that are entire sharp-toothed mouths. When killing these things, they will release a stinky gas, but let's just say they fart when they die. They won't fart if you kill them by a special weapon, knifing, or grenade. Phasing spiders are basically the same thing, except they have the ability to teleport and will only show up on the map Moon. Shrieker zombies will show up on the Shangri-La map, and when you see them, they will run faster than a cross-country champion and scream louder than a heavy metal singer, blinding you for a couple of seconds. The napalm zombie, which also appears in the Shangri-La map, will appear as basically a walking fireball. You'll want to be careful around these guys and try not to get too close, because in doing so, you'll get hurt from its flames, and when it dies, it will explode into a big fiery death. The scientist zombie will show up on the map 5, and this guy is a thieving jerk where if he gets close to you, he will steal the current weapon you have out and then run off like a little pansy. If you do manage to kill this guy, you'll not only get the gun he stole back, but a max ammo and a fire sale power-up. And last but not least, it's John Romero. Yup, that's right, the John Romero, who is ironically a zombie. He will show up instantly on the map Call of the Dead, and you'll see him wielding an electricity-filled camera. Don't let him hit you with this, or else you'll be slowed down, and don't shoot him unless you've got the strongest weapons, because he will have a huge amount of health. So yeah, those are the special zombies you want to keep an eye out and be on the guard for.
You keep coming, I'll keep killing.
In the end, Nazi Zombies is a really great game. Well, awesome in my opinion. With all this zombie-packed action and survival going on, there will never be a dull moment. Although after playing for hours upon hours, I found it does get monotonous, but still very fun. Also, access to the maps Nocturne and Toten, Verrucht, Shinonuma, Doris, Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, or Moon. You'll need to purchase these map packs online, which can be a Debbie Downer. So yeah, that's it for this review. See you guys later and take it easy.